So today we're going to do some breathing and then mindful eating. So I have some food with me. I have some potatoes, some salmon, some garlic. And I'm going to do this experience in order to see how we could bring this into everything. So this breathing, we're going to inhale into the brow, to the back of the head, down the spine, across the waist, and diaphragm, tummy, and then the lungs. We're going to do, and then we exhale. I'm going to do like a few more like that. So inhaling into the brow, back of the head, inhaling into the spine, inhaling across the diaphragm, into the lungs, exhaling, inhaling into the brow, back of the head, into the spine, and across the waist, tummy, lungs, and then out the mouth. I'm not going to continue saying this. We'll do a few more breaths just like that. And now we're going to do a supercharged meditation where best if you could find a window with sunshine. Best to do this in the sunshine. I'm right here with you. I like to put my hand on my heart, my hand on my stomach, and I face out so the sun is shining on me. I'm going to spend about 5 minutes like this. Mentally saying, I accept, I accept. And so I'll just wash my hands before I eat. And I brought a couple of seaweeds. To put on top of this. And so I make blessings on my food. I'm going to start with the Hadama, which is for the earth. So, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri Hadama. Blessing the food that comes from the earth. And now I have fish here. So I'm going to be saying Shakol, that God created everything with his word. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shakol li'abed varo. As best as you can, focusing on the taste, sensation, temperature, on the muscles of your jaw. Trusting even a brief meditation before we eat can allow us to eat in such a way where we're able to be more focused on experience. How we choose to eat is how we choose to show up. It's not about the speed. Some people say eat very fast, eat very slow. That's still in the mind. Your body eating is part of your mind's eating. So we're eating now. We're getting full by sharing the moment also. That's why people who eat with others tend to report they enjoy their food, eat an appropriate amount, and don't have any digestion difficulties after. I don't care if you're eating McDonald's or you're eating food you cooked, but you're eating for energy for later. You'll become one with that information you're consuming. You're going to make decisions with a brain that was fed from this food. Your performances depend on how you feel while you're eating your food now. Take the time for yourself. Sometimes people run and eat or eat so quickly they don't even taste the food, like this with a plate, sitting down. Some people just shovel some bites and keep going. Some people are working while they're eating. There are some meditations to slow down the eating. You let a piece of chocolate dissolve in your mouth for like 2 minutes. For you to always do that could be like a torture. It's not my goal here. I'm not telling you slow down, don't rush. I'm telling you be mindful. Every time you're mindful, you will automatically find more peace and slowness in your food eating. This is trusting the process by sitting down for meal eating. And you can watch this anytime you want. Mindfully, after we do a meditation and some deep breathing, automatically we're eating the right way. It's not necessary to have the food sit in your mouth and chew. Unless that's how you want to eat, feel free. But as everybody knows on my offerings, I'm looking primarily for sustainability, and that's why I don't use a lot of professional words like jargon from my education or my research. I am interested in keeping it as close to the infinite possibilities that are present automatically in reality as possible. I believe you don't have to eat very slow. You can eat fast. I mean, you can fast. I said fast, so you can fast. You can do intermittent fasting, but don't do it every day. You know, you could eat a little bit here or there, snacks, but don't do it every day. Like too much sugar and salt is just bad for you. Your body will be in worse moods, worse energy. It's gonna take more time to recover. Your body has to do double the work with less of the nutrients. So when we slow down before we eat, and we make time. Like, look, this is my lunch I'm doing with you. We did breathing. We did a meditation. And we're eating together. So this is enough. You don't have to do it a specific way. Trying to lose weight often is trying to fix the problem after you ate it. You have to practice how you eat. We have to eat the right way. We have to know how to eat. It's the only way. No other way will work. No other way besides consciousness will work to bring consciousness to eating. And this heals the relationship with food. Many of us hurt our bodies with the food that we eat when we're lazy or emotionally eating. And so be slowly ingesting this food you might be able to get a little bit more in touch with that healing process. The new way of relating to the food, not as a drug, and then the food has to feel guilty, but the food doesn't have guilt, so we end up taking that self-destruction energy in with the food, So just by taking in food now without worrying about slowness, fastness, just eating in a way that's, we're slowing our mind down enough to be here while we eat is enough. We're here with the food. We're present with our food. We're present with our fork and our plate, with our mouth, stomach, esophagus. And as we start finishing up this time, we can really let it land that our body and our food is a personal relationship. The food that we're watching become into us isn't going in anyone else's body right now. So we're paying keen attention to this intimacy with the food. So somebody else could have an opinion about what you're eating, but they're not doing this for you. So in being alive right now to our food, we become alive to ourselves. We recognize we can pull that into other areas. Me showering is for me. Someone else could have an opinion, but they're not being in the shower for me. So this really heals us in our independence with our food. When we directly eat, we eat directly without negotiations or pretending. And so now I would like to share the blessing that I make after I have a sip of some seltzer. A blessing that I make after I finish eating from the food groups I just ate. And I'll say it out loud after I have a sip. Turned out to be a gulp. Fish in my mouth. One more. And this is something I always love, to have a big gulp. I heard someone say you shouldn't drink a lot of water after you eat. It has nowhere to go. I don't know. I don't think you should not drink when you're thirsty. But also, it actually helps with your oral microbiome. You don't want food sitting in your mouth. You could go brush your teeth right away, but a lot of us aren't going to do that. I don't brush my teeth after every meal. But I do love to swish around. I feel better already after doing that. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam barei nefashos rabos v'chasronan al kol ma shebarasa la'achais b'em nefesh kol chai baruch ha'olamim. And we're saying, blessed is God who feeds and nourishes every living thing, really, with whatever they need to for their sustenance. And the allness down to every little being. So thank you for spending this time. This is a very powerful practice and will last with you all day, because everything you do can be done with that level of non-judgmental awareness. You can do it with food, and the food becomes one with you. You can do it with anything else you need to.